Hello everyone, welcome to Quick and Easy Cooking. Today I am going to do a fall festive dish, and this can also be used in Thanksgiving as well. If you want to use this recipe, this is a very good recipe for Thanksgiving if you have a lot of people that are coming for dinner. Now today what we're going to do, we are going to take Brussels sprouts, butternut squash, and acorn squash, and this is going to be a Brussels sprout squash trio. And I'm going to roast this in the oven with EVOO and some salt and pepper on it. This is very, very good. It can be used as a side dish for any type of dish that you're having for fall. If you're having pork, beef, or chicken, you can use this side dish for this. You can also use this for Thanksgiving as well, for a side dish for Thanksgiving. Now my first step that I'm going to do to this butternut squash is to peel it. So you want a potato peeler like this, you want to hold it down and you want to cut it like this with the potato peeler. You want to skin it off. And you got to hold it down with force. But you want to take this off. You want to take the skin off. And you'll get stuck in those like little grooves right there like I am. You just, keep turning it. Now once you take all the skin off, like I did, see that? And I even cut the bottom right there. I took that piece off. So once you cut the skin off, what you're going to do is you're going to clean the inside. So I'm going to start to do that. You just take your time. You have to take your time on this. You cannot rush. Now, if you want to, you can take these seeds and you can put them in the oven, and you can have yourself some roasted seeds, like pumpkin seeds, with some salt on them, and they're really, really good. But you have to clean this out, and like I said, this takes a little bit of time to do. This is so good. Squash is so good. You can use it in so many things, You can use it in so many dishes. Now what I've done is I've taken my spoon, and you have to really take your time and just scoop all that out. You have to really scoop that stuff out. And you'll have all those strings, so you just have to use it like with force to scoop it on out. Now I've washed this on up, see that? And that's the way you want it to look. The next step, what we're going to do is we're going to cut it like into cubes, and we're going to put it onto a cookie sheet with some parchment paper, along with our Brussels sprouts. I'll show you how to do that, and also our acorn squash as well. And we're going to put this in the oven and roast it, and put some EVOO and some salt and pepper on it. And this is a wonderful dish for Thanksgiving or any type of fall dish that you're preparing. It is very, very, very good. Now what I've got here is I've got our bowl, and I'm just going to place these on in to our bowl for right now, because I'm going to cut up all the other stuff, and then I'll come back to those. Now I'm working on my Brussels sprouts, and what I've done is I've taken the tips off right there, and I'm just going to slice this down like this. And you want a good paring knife. You want a good knife of some sort. And see how that slices up like that? That's the way you want them. So I'm just going to slice it down like that. And they'll come apart, that's okay. It is all good. Let me get these other ones over here. Ooh. Wanted to take off. And you just cut this right here. See how I'm just cutting that off? I'm going to cut this one off too. Then cut that one off. And then I'm just going to slice it down. on my counter like that, on my cutting board. See that? See how that works? And you're going to do that for all of them. You know, you're going to do that for every single Brussels sprout that you have. And we got quite a few. So you're going to do that for all of them. Now I've got all these done up. See that? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in our bowl, and I'm going to set this aside like I did our butternut squash. So I'm going to set this aside, and then I'm going to work on our acorn squash now. Now what I've done is make sure you got a really good sharp paring knife. I love my paring knife. Anyways, you're going to put this on in, and I've already cut it because it's too hard to show the camera and try to cut and everything else. So what I did was I just wanted to show how I went down, and I went to this side, then I turned it and went to the other side and cut it that way like that. Okay? And then you're just going to open this up like that. And you want to make sure that you take these off. You want these stems, you want to cut that out. And then what we're going to do is we're going to clean this all out right here. With the spoon, you're going to take a spoon and you're going to clean that all out. Now I wanted to show you this. See how I've got that cleaned out right here? And I've taken a small spoon and just cleaned out like the insides like this. You just want to make sure that you get all that out. And then I'm going to take the stem. I'm going to cut the stem off. There you go. It popped right off. See how I cut the stem right off? It just popped right off. And there you go. Now this one I've got cleaned out right here. And then I'm going to take my spoon because I wanted to show you. And you just clean it out like this. Now this one's easy to clean out. Now the butternut is a little bit more challenging to do. So it's a little bit harder than acorn squash. You have to take your time with it. This is something that you just can't rush through. But see, I'm just going to take that out right there. You see how I'm taking this out? And then I also have my garbage pail right behind me, and that way I can just get rid of these seeds right away. And then I'm going to cut these strings out with my spoon like that, clean them up a little bit better. Get that out of there. There we go. Take this. And then you're just going to wash them up and you know, pat dry them and stuff so that you don't want the water on them. But you're just going to clean them out like that. Now what I've done is, you know how you have those little lines right here? I just cut into those little lines like that. And anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to peel this like a potato. You're going to peel this like a potato or an apple. You're going to take the skin off because you don't eat the skin. So you just want to make sure that you take this off. And I'm just peeling it away like this. Like that. So I got that one done, got that one done. And just, you know, you got to take your time with this. Like you're peeling, like I said, a potato or an apple. And this is just so good. You put some EV oil on this and some salt and pepper. And you can put butter, you know, or whatever you want to use. Any type of spices. And this is a great fall dish. And I'm just peeling more of it. I'm just taking the skins off. I've got our acorn squash all done. See how I peeled them on up? Now what I'm going to do, they almost look like a little apple. I'm just going to take my paring knife again, and I'm just going to cut them on up. I don't want them too small. Let me show you. Let me move my camera in a different angle. There we go. Let me move that out of the way. Like this. I don't want them too small, but like that. See how I'm cutting them? That. Now here's that butternut squash from earlier. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my paring knife and I'm just going to cut it like that and just add it to my bowl. I'm going to show you my bowl. You know, you get a lot just by using one butternut squash, some cabbages, Brussels sprouts, this is what they are, they're mini cabbages, and acorn squash. You get a lot. This makes a lot. And it wasn't expensive, you know. You can make this for Thanksgiving and it'll be a great side dish. You know, if you have a lot of people coming. I have to show you how much this makes. I'm just cutting this up right here.
That is one package of Brussels sprouts that you buy.
Yep.
And one acorn squash and one butternut squash.
Yep, and we're going to show you what this makes.
It really does make a lot. But if you're only cooking for 2 people, it's very freezer friendly.
Yes.
So don't worry if you think you're going to have a big dish left. You won't, because it goes into the freezer very well.
Now let me show you this. I'm going to mix this up right here, because I want you guys to see everything. Here we go. Now, look at that. Look how much that makes. And I'm not even done putting all my stuff in. Look at that. Look at that size bowl. And this is a big bowl. So that makes quite a bit. So this would be great, like if you're having a big Thanksgiving dinner or something like that, where if you need a side and you're going to feed a lot of people, just remember, take some Brussels sprouts, one acorn squash, and one butternut squash, and you can feed a lot of people with this. Now I wanted to show you guys how much this makes. This makes a lot, and like I said, this would be the perfect dish for Thanksgiving. Just one acorn, some Brussels sprouts, like a small package or whatever, and a butternut squash. Look how much that makes. This would be a wonderful, like I said, side dish for like your turkey or anything that you're going to have. If you're having a lot of people over, this would be wonderful to eat. Now, you're going to preheat your oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to cook this approximately 40 minutes. I may have to cook this longer, but I'll adjust my time because everybody's stove is different. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use sea salt because it's a stronger salt, and I want more like a better salt than just regular salt. I'm going to use black pepper, and I'm also going to use EVOO right here. So I'm going to drizzle the EVOO on, and then I'm going to put some salt and pepper on this, and then put it in the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm going to start at 40 minutes cook time on this. Like I said, because we have a lot here, we may have to cook it a little bit longer. So I'll adjust that, and I'll give you the total time that we had to cook this in my oven. Alright everyone, this came out of my oven. As you can see, it is steaming. You can see the steam coming off of this. Anyways, I cooked this at 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and I cooked it for 40 minutes. Now, it cooked for 40 minutes in my oven, so I didn't have to cook it any additional time at all. So, when you make this, cook it at 400 degrees Fahrenheit and 40 minutes. Like I said, everybody's oven's different, but that's what it took in my oven. And look how good this looks. This is very, very tender. It's very juicy. You can see the Brussels sprouts. Look at them. Look how good those look. And the squash, the butternut squash, the acorn. Everything looks so, so good here. Now I'm going to come off to the side here, and I'm going to take one. I'm going to let it cool for a minute. I got me a Brussels sprout right here. I love these. These are so, so good for you. Anyways, I'm going to let this cool for a minute. Mmm. Mmm. That is so tender, and it's cooked just right. Any more, it would have been overcooked, but it is just perfectly cooked. It is so, so, so good. And the seasoning on that, just the salt and pepper on it. When stuff's good like this, you don't need to deck it up a lot. The flavors in it just come through, and it's very, very good. It tastes absolutely wonderful.
Sometimes, Deanna, less is best.
Yes, that's true. Less is best, and this is absolutely a wonderful dish that you can have for your turkey come Thanksgiving, or any type of fall dish that you're doing now. This is just absolutely wonderful. And if you're doing keto, or if you're doing Weight Watchers, this is so keto and Weight Watcher friendly. You can use this, and this is a wonderful snack to just even have as a snack. Anyways, I want to thank everybody for watching this video of our Brussels sprout squash trio. Please click the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way every time I come on you know. And if you're watching this for the first time, please click the subscribe button. I would love to have you as part of my YouTube family. Again, thank you for watching our video, and I want everybody to try this. This is absolutely wonderful. So when you're out at the grocery store, pick yourself up an acorn. You don't have to have one real big. You can have a small acorn, a small butternut squash, and just like a small package of Brussels sprouts, and just prepare this yourself, and you can see how good this is. And this is a wonderful dish to serve, like I said, for Thanksgiving or any type of dish that you're having. Again, thank you for watching our video. Take care. Be safe out there. I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.